5-day Bible read. The sun, I gotta figure this out. It was like this yesterday too, with the sun coming through this window. So there's like a glare. Um, but yeah, I can't. Let me see. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. We're not worried about seeing me. We are listening to the Bible, so it doesn't matter. All right, so yes, today is day 54 of our 365-day Bible read. And today we're going to be reading from Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10 in the Old Testament. And then we're going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10. Each chapter is like maybe 2 to 3 questions each chapter of the Bible studies for each Bible study for each chapter for Numbers. So yeah, they're really short, but that works perfectly because I have an appointment that I have to get ready for after this. So yes, also after reading Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10 from the Old Testament and doing the Bible study for those chapters, we're going to go on over to the New Testament and we're going to read Mark chapter 5, verse 1 through 20. And we're not going to do the Bible study for that. We're going to wait until tomorrow once we finish Mark chapter 5, and then we'll do the Bible study for the entire Mark chapter 5 tomorrow. So yes, I am following the year reading Bible schedule from esv.org, and they do split the New Testament up this way. They split the chapters up until 2 days, just so that we can get through the entire year by reading a little bit of the Old Testament and the New Testament each day. There's less chapters, there's less books of the Bible in the New Testament, so they have to do it that way. So yes, so we're gonna get started. Excuse the glare behind me. I'll figure this out for tomorrow, but we're not worried about seeing me, so the glare doesn't matter today. We are listening to the Bible, so we're gonna get started. And yes, so from the Old Testament, we're starting Numbers chapter 8. Here we go. Sorry, hold on. What are you doing? Okay, yes, sorry. So normally I do these lives when my kids are down for their nap every day, between like 12:30 and 1:30 Eastern Standard Time daily, but it works better for me doing them early in the morning, but they're awake. So I do it when my son's eating his breakfast and my daughter just finished her bottle, so she's just playing around in there. So yes, but we're gonna get started now. So Numbers from the Old Testament first, Numbers chapter 8, 9, and 10. Then we'll do the Bible study for Numbers chapter 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll go on over to the New Testament and we'll read Mark chapter 5, verse 1 through 20, and we'll wait until tomorrow once we finish Mark chapter 5. Once we finish Mark chapter 5, and then we'll do the Bible study for the entire Mark chapter 5 tomorrow. And we are reading straight through. We're not skipping any chapters. We're not skipping any books of the Bible. We're reading straight through from the Old Testament and straight through from the New Testament. We're reading a little bit of the Old Testament and the New Testament every day. And I am following the year reading Bible schedule from esv.org. Again, excuse the glare behind me, but yes. So let's get started. Numbers chapter 8. The 7 lamps. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and say to him, When you set up the lamps, the 7 lamps shall give light in front of the lampstand. And Aaron did so. He set up its lamps in front of the lampstand, as the Lord commanded Moses. And this was the workmanship of the lampstand: hammered work of gold. From its base to its flowers, it was hammered work according to the pattern that the Lord had shown Moses. So he made the lampstand. Cleansing the Levites. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take the Levites from among the people of Israel and cleanse them. Thus you shall do to them to cleanse them. Sprinkle the water of purification upon them, and let them go with a razor over all their body, and wash their clothes and cleanse themselves. Then let them take a bull from the herd and its grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil, and you shall take another bull from the herd for a sin offering. And you shall bring the Levites before the tent of meeting and assemble the whole congregation of the people of Israel. When you bring the Levites before the Lord, the people of Israel shall lay their hands on the Levites. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the people of Israel, that they may do the service of the Lord. Then the Levites shall lay their hands on the heads of the bulls, and you shall... Sorry. It's on a commercial. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Where did I leave off? Okay, I'll start back here. And you shall bring the Levites before the tent of meeting and assemble the whole congregation of the people of Israel. When you bring the Levites before the Lord, the people of Israel shall lay their hands on the Levites. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the people of Israel, that they may do the service of the Lord. Then the Levites shall lay their hands on the heads of the bulls, and you shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering to the Lord, to make atonement for the Levites. And you shall set the Levites before Aaron and his sons, and shall offer them as a wave offering to the Lord. Thus you shall separate the Levites from among the people of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. And after that, the Levites shall go in to serve at the tent of meeting when you have cleansed them and offered them as a wave offering. For they are wholly given to me from among the people of Israel. Instead of all who open the womb, the firstborn of all the people of Israel. I have taken them for myself, for all the firstborn among the people of Israel are mine, both of man and of beast. On the day that I struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I consecrated them for myself, and I have taken the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the people of Israel. And I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and his sons from among the people of Israel, to do the service for the people of Israel at the tent of meeting, and to make atonement for the people of Israel, that they may be no plague among the people of Israel when the people of Israel come near the sanctuary. Thus did Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the people of Israel to the Levites, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses concerning the Levites. The people of Israel did to them. And the Levites purified themselves from sin and washed their clothes, and Aaron offered them as a wave offering before the Lord. And Aaron made atonement for them to cleanse them. And after that, the Levites went in to do their service in the tent of meeting before Aaron and his sons, as the Lord had commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so they did to them. Retirement of the Levites. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, this applies to the Levites. From 25 years old and upward, they shall come to do duty in the service of the tent of meeting. And from the age of 50 years, they shall withdraw from the duty of the service and serve no more. They minister to their brothers in the tent of meeting by keeping guard. But they shall do no service. Thus shall you do to the Levites in assigning their duties. Numbers chapter 9, the Passover celebrated. And the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year, after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, let the people of Israel keep the Passover at its appointed time. On the 14th day of this month, at twilight, you shall keep it as its appointed time. According to all its statutes and all its rules, you shall keep it. So Moses told the people of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover in the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at twilight, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. So the people of Israel did. And there were certain men who were unclean through touching a dead body, so that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and Aaron on that day. So sorry. Mornings won't be good for me doing these lives. I see. Mama's finishing my live. I'm reading the Bible. Yeah, Mama's reading the Bible. You coming with me? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right, let's see where we left off. And they kept the Passover in the first month on the 14th day of the month at twilight, in the wilderness of Sinai, according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. So the people of Israel did. And there were certain men who were unclean through touching a dead body. Jesus. Why are we kept from bringing the Lord's offering at its appointed time among the people of Israel? And Moses said to them, wait, that I may hear what the Lord will command concerning you. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, speak to the people of Israel, saying, if any one of you or of your descendants is unclean through touching a dead body or is on a long journey, he shall still keep the Passover to the Lord. In the second month, on the 14th day at twilight, they shall keep it. They shall eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break any of its bones. Nor break any of its bones, according to all the statute for the Passover. They shall keep it. But if anyone who is clean and is not on a journey fails to keep the Passover, that person shall be cut off from his people, because he did not bring the Lord's offering at its appointed time. That man shall bear his sin. And if a stranger sojourns among you and would keep the Passover to the Lord according to the statute of the Passover and according to its rule, so shall he do. You shall have one statute both for the sojourner and for the native, the cloud covering the tabernacle. On the day that the tabernacle was set up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, the tent of the testimony, and at evening it was over the tabernacle like the appearance of fire until morning. So it was always the cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. And whenever the cloud lifted from over the tent, after that the people of Israel set out, and in the place where the cloud settled down, there the people of Israel camped. At the command of the Lord, the people of Israel set out, and at the command of the Lord they camped. As long as the cloud rested over the tabernacle, they remained in camp. Even when the cloud continued over the tabernacle many days, the people of Israel kept the charge of the Lord and did not set out. Sometimes the cloud was a few days over the tabernacle, and according to the command of the Lord, they remained in camp. Then, according to the command of the Lord, they set out. And sometimes the cloud remained from evening until morning. And when the cloud lifted in the morning, they set out, or if it continued for a day and a night, when the cloud lifted, they set out. Whether it was 2 days or a month or a longer time, that the cloud continued over the tabernacle, abiding there, the people of Israel remained in camp and did not set out. But when it lifted, they set out. At the command of the Lord, they camped, and at the command of the Lord, they set out. They kept the charge of the Lord at the command of the Lord by Moses. Numbers chapter 10. What is this? The silver trumpets. Numbers chapter 10. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Make 2 silver trumpets. Of hammered work you shall make them, and you shall use them for summoning the congregation and for breaking camp. And when both are blown, all the congregation shall gather themselves to you at the entrance of the tent of meeting. But if they blow only one, then the chiefs, the heads of the tribes of Israel, shall gather themselves to you. When you blow an alarm, the camps that are on the east side shall set out, and when you blow an alarm the second time, the camps that are on the south side shall set out. An alarm is to be blown whenever they are to set out. But when the assembly is to be gathered together, you shall blow a long blast. But you shall not sound an alarm, and the sons of Aaron the priest shall blow the trumpets. The trumpets shall be to you for perpetual statute throughout your generations. And when you go to war in your land against the adversary, you who oppresses you, then you shall sound an alarm with the trumpets, that you may be remembered before the Lord your God, and you shall be saved from your enemies. On the day of your gladness also, and at your appointed feasts, and at the beginnings of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings. They shall be a reminder of you before your God. I am the Lord your God. Bless you. Israel leaves Sinai. In In the second year, in the second month, on the 20th day of the month, the cloud lifted from over the tabernacle of the testimony. And the people of Israel set out by stages from the wilderness of Sinai. And the cloud settled down in the wilderness of Paran. They set out for the first time at the command of the Lord by Moses. The standard of the camp of the people of Judah set out first by their companies, and over their company was Nahshon, the son of Amminadab, and over the company of the tribe of the people of Issachar was Nathaniel, the son of Zur, and over the company of the tribe of the people of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon. And when the tabernacle was taken down, the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari, who carried the tabernacle, set out. And the standard of the camp of Reuben set out by their companies. And over their company was Elazar, the son of Shittier. And over the company of the tribe of the people of Simeon was Shelumiel, the son of, you can't read the Bible yet, honey, just listen. You can't get to it, you're going to rip the pages. Okay, and over the company of the tribe of the people of Simeon was Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai. And over the company of the tribe of the people of Gad was Elisha, the son of Dil. Then the Kohathites set out carrying the holy things, and the tabernacle was set up before their arrival. And the standard of the camp of the people of Ephraim set out by their companies, and over their company was Elishama, the son of Ammihud. And over the company of the tribe of the people of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. And over the company of the tribe of the people of Benjamin was Abidan, the son of Gideoni. Then the standard of the camp of the people of Dan, acting as the rear guard of all the camps, set out by their companies, and over their company was Ahazar, the son of Ammishaddai. And over the company of the tribe, And over the company of the tribe of the people of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Ochran. And over the company of the tribe of the people of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. This was the order of march of the people of Israel by their companies, when they set out. And Moses said to Habab, the son of Rahul, the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, we are setting out for the place of which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will do good to you, for the Lord has promised good to Israel. But he said to him, I will not go. I will depart to my own land and to be kindred. And he said, please do not leave us, for you know where we should camp in the wilderness, and you will serve as eyes for us. And if you do go with us, whatever good the Lord will do to us, the same we do to you. So they set out from the mount of the Lord 3 days' journey. And the ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them 3 days' journey to seek out a resting place for them. And the cloud of the Lord was over them by day, whenever they set out from the camp. And whenever the ark set out, Moses said, "Arise, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee before you." And when he rested, he said, "Return, O Lord, to the 10,000 thousands of Israel." All right, so that was Numbers chapters 8. That was Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10. And we're now going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10. And then we'll go on over to the New Testament and we'll read Mark chapter 5, verse 1 through 20. And we're not going to do the Bible study for Mark chapter 5. We'll wait until tomorrow once we finish the chapter. So let's do the Bible study for what we just read right now of the Old Testament. Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10. Each Bible study is literally like 2 to 3 questions long, so it'll be really fast. Okay. Numbers chapter 8 Bible study. What did the rest of the Levites become to God? The Levites became gods in place of all the firstborn of Israel, man or beast. What was the age range for service of the Levites? The Levites aged 25 through 50 years old. That's Mama's mouth. So that was the Bible study for Numbers chapter 8, and we're now going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapter 9. No. Okay, Numbers chapter 9 Bible study. When could someone on a journey or who had become unclean observe the Passover? An unclean or unavailable person would keep the Passover in the second month. When did the Israelites know to pick up and journey? Israel would move when the cloud above the tabernacle moved, no matter when or how long. All right, so that was the Bible study for Numbers chapter 9. And we're now going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapter 10, which is also 2 questions. All right. Numbers chapter 10 Bible study. How long did the Israelites stay at Mount Sinai? Israel had stayed at Mount Sinai for 11 months. For what use were the 2 silver trumpets? The trumpets were blown to let the people know to meet at the tabernacle and to let the Israelites know when to journey. All right, so that was the Bible study for Numbers chapter 10. So what I just decided I'm going to do, instead of going on over to the New Testament today and reading Mark chapter 5, I'm going to wait until tomorrow, and what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to wake up earlier before the babies wake up, and I'm going to do my Bible study then. That way I'm not doing the study while my son's eating his breakfast and, after she has her bottle, because she wants to play. And so I'm going to wake up earlier tomorrow and I'm going to do this then instead of doing this while they're eating breakfast. So that's my new plan. So I'm going to read the entire Mark chapter 5 tomorrow, and then we'll do the Bible study for the entire Mark chapter 5 tomorrow. So that works, and that's my plan for day on. So I'll wake up earlier before my household wakes up, and we're going to do our Bible readings. So yes, so just a recap of what we did today from the Old Testament. We read Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10, and then we did the Bible study for Numbers chapters 8, 9, and 10. So our day now is complete. Tomorrow we're going to read Mark chapter 5, and we'll do the Bible study for Mark chapter 5 just because my babies, excuse me, my babies are rowdy this morning. So, yes, that's the plan. So, I love you. You guys are everything. God loves you. You're never alone. God is always with you. Never forget that. You are valuable. You are worthy. You matter. You are enough. God loves you, and so do I. And I will see you tomorrow for day 55. Wow, and 10 more days will be at day 65. 10 more days after tomorrow. So that's so exciting. So then we'll just have 300 more days. So we are knocking these days out. I'm so excited for us. So, okay, I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow.